welcome back. The Basic Education Department is still proposing for pupils to be in classrooms with just a ½ meter social distancing between them. It reckons it has scientific research to show the method is safe. But teacher unions and some experts are questioning this. Let's get more reaction. We can speak to Dr. Tendesayi Kufa-Chakezha, a senior epidemiologist at the National Institute of Communicable Diseases Center for HIV and STIs. Doctor, thank you for your time. We appreciate it. So I spoke to the Education Department earlier, and they reckon that they have scientific research that shows it is okay for kids to be just ½ meter apart. What do you reckon?
Thank you for having me this evening. I'm not an infection control expert, and I'm not sure of what data the department is using. But generally with COVID, the principle is the greater the distance that you can allow, the better. But having said that, we understand where the department is coming from. It is better for the children to be in class, in person learning than online, particularly in circumstances where online learning is not feasible or is not really working for. So not all schools are the same. So I cannot comment on what data they have. I am not privy to those kinds of meetings. I sit mostly. Can you talk about
whether 0.5 meters is sufficient when it comes to COVID-19 social distancing?
So the WHO recommendations will be 1 meter to 1.5 meters. And they have a whole guidance on what schools can do to reduce transmission of COVID within the classroom.
Is it safe then for two pupils to be sitting so close to each other given this pandemic and given how the Delta variant is so much more contagious?
As I said before, the Department of Basic Education has said they are relying on some data or some expert advice that they are getting. I'm not privy to that data, so I can't really say, is it safe or is it not safe? Maybe there are studies that have been done. I know that when social distancing is not possible, because there are circumstances where it's not possible always to sit 1 meter to 1.5 meters apart, then the mask has to be on the whole time, sanitization, proper ventilation, all those things. But where possible, children should sit 1 meter to 1.5 meters apart.
All right, but Doctor, I'm asking in your capacity as an expert whether it is sufficient. I know you don't have the information in the research that the department has used. I'm asking in your capacity as an expert whether 0.5 meters is safe or not.
Well, generally, as I said, people can sit closer than 1 meter or, when social distancing is not, but generally not for long durations. So, I mean, I can sit next to someone in a meeting for 30 minutes, for less than 30 minutes. We all have our masks, and that would not count as a high-risk exposure. But if you're thinking of the classroom, where children are coming in the morning, they are in there for hours, then it's probably not safe.
All right, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Dr. Tendesayi Kufa-Chakezha, a senior epidemiologist at the NICD.